2018 Volkswagen Atlas car review. It is fitting the all-new Volkswagen Atlas takes a name from your Greek god tasked with keeping heaven from falling on mortals. Coming away from the hugely publicized diesel emissions scandal, VW needs a psychological win. Despite the media and consumer kerfuffle, sales for your people's brand are in fact up to now in 2017. That is mostly as a result of a rival with the Golf Alltrack, a boomlet that eventually could fizzled. Hence the need to the Atlas to support the brand. The good points of 2018 Volkswagen Atlas: legitimate throw comfort, cushy ride, thrones appropriate for a long haul, tows 5,000 pounds. The bad points of 2018 Volkswagen Atlas: styling probably won't age gracefully, might use more power, no rear entertainment for fidgety offspring. Riding about the same flexible architecture that underpins the Golf, the Tennessee-built Atlas is usually a medium-large throw SUV that fills an important gap in VW's portfolio. Not because the Routan, a rebadged Dodge Grand Caravan that VW last purchased from 2013, has there been a Volkswagen with 5 seatbelts. Buyers happen to be forced to look elsewhere because of their freewheeling needs. Atlas, as in Charles. Massive by VW standards, the Atlas's outer dimensions skew toward the burly end in the segment. Overall length is due to an inch from the Ford Explorer and also the Nissan Pathfinder. However, the VW incorporates a longer wheelbase and makes excellent by using its footprint. 7 passengers, or 6 if buyers opt for your late availability Secondro captain's chairs, have 153 cubic feet of space to talk about. That matches the Honda Pilot's interior volume and eclipses that on the 10 best-winning Mazda CX-9 by 18 cubes. Even tall fits shy in the Explorer's 155. With butts in all of the seats, the Atlas has 21 cubic feet of cargo space, while many competitors are from the teens. Moving all of that mass, up to an estimated 4,550 pounds, is really a task shouldered by a couple of engines. VW's ubiquitous A888 turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-4 plus a naturally aspirated 3.6-liter V6. In this application, the Turbo 4 makes 235 horsepower and 258 lb-ft of torque and comes only with front-wheel drive. The narrow-angle V6 is perfect for 276 horsepower and it is available with either front or VW's 4Motion all-wheel drive. We didn't have a chance to drive the 4-cylinder, while it shouldn't be terribly pokey out because its torque peak is merely 8 lb-ft shy with the V6's and arrives 1,150 revolutions per minute lower, at 1,600 revolutions per minute. We expect the V6 Atlas going to 60 miles per hour in approximately 7.6 seconds, which is usually a little quicker versus the pricier and smaller Touareg but well behind the Honda Pilot. Smaller for the road. Fortunately, the Atlas doesn't feel as large as it is. It drives smaller, although not quite as minute as a CX-9. Solid-mounted front and back subframes communicate chassis behaviors, however the steering is perhaps all but mute. The all-wheel drive Atlas has a dial selector for your self-explanatory modes: snow, off-road, custom off-road, and on-road, the last offering 4 sub-mods including things like Eco, Normal, Sport, and Individual. When switching one of them, probably the most noticeable difference could be the steering in Sport mode, which ups the heft. Still, we didn't obtain the sport steering overweight on our drive through Texas Hill Country's winding lanes, and there is no wandering on-center. Brake feel, something often overlooked in this particular class, is strong, too, with immediate pedal response plus an intuitive correlation between effort and stopping force. The ride flirts with buttery status around the standard 18-inch wheels. The top trim level rolls on 20s, which don't diminish the ride quality but do bring about a noticeable improvement in tire noise. The front seats are created for long-haul comfort, with ample thigh, lumbar, and shoulder support. The 6040 split folding second row slides fore and aft, and in addition it folds forward, despite having a child seat installed permitting third row access. Once inside way back, adults will see plenty of room as well as an appropriate seat height. The rearmost row is lacking only in headroom, so taller passengers must slouch a little. The base S model starts at $31,425 and incorporates LED headlights, 18-inch wheels, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Stepping up to say trim brings Fox leather seats, blind spot monitoring, proximity entry and push-button start, additional USB ports, heated front seats, along with an 8.0-inch touchscreen up from 6.5 with satellite radio. Add $1,400 for your 6-cylinder S. There is also a V6 launch model, that is limited to some thousand units. It provides the upsized infotainment interface and also a panoramic sunroof, otherwise accessible cell trims. The cell starts at $40,085, or $41,815 for your V6. Those trying to tow a lot more than 2,000 pounds requires the cell V6, which includes a factory hitch plus a 5,000-pound towing capacity. VW also ups the radiator fan's motor from 600 to 850 watts and ditches the fewer grille shutters to guarantee air is often passing throughout the heat exchangers. All cells include driver assist features like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, forward collision warning, and park assist. Basically, park assist can be obtained as an option about the say. The Cell Premium V6 AWD only brings real leather, cooled front seats and heated secondary seats, a 12-speaker Fender stereo audio, and 20-inch wheels, in addition to VW's version of Audi's digital virtual cockpit, called Virtual Display here. The digital cluster functions quite similar as its Saudi counterpart, even so the map view isn't quite as striking, large, as well as the controls are for the right steering wheel spoke, not the left. The Atlas struts into dealerships this June, fully effective at shouldering the responsibility of transporting families and their stuff together with a big chunk of VW's future in America. Like its namesake, this VW is sufficiently strong to handle hard work. Narrow-minded. Volkswagen wasn't the first one to build a narrow-angle, monohead V engine. Atlas launched it inside the 1920s, nevertheless it has certainly tied to it the longest, even employing the principles on current Bentley and Bugatti engines. Making its U.S. debut from the 1992 Passat, the so-called VR6 marketing department portmanteau of Via and Rei, the German word for inline displaced 2.8 liters, made 174 horsepower, and featured a 15.0-degree bank angle capped with a single 12-valve head. It used two camshafts, each manipulating the intake and exhaust valve's first bank of cylinders. Shorter than an inline-6, simply slightly wider than an inline-4, the cleverly designed transverse 6, it also did longitudinal duties inside Porsche Cayenne and others, supplied V6 thrust inside a smaller package. It got a 4-valve head and grew to a few 2 liters. Remember fondly the 250 horsepower Golf R32? By 2003. In 2006, displacement jumped to a few 6 liters, fuel delivery changed from port to direct injection, and also the bank angle tightened to 10.6 degrees, allowing the camshafts being reassigned with one committed to intake valves plus the other acting within the exhaust valves. VW offers turbocharged four-bangers that now surpass it regarding power and torque, in case a new 6 should be to completely replace the veteran VR. Not surprisingly soon, we suspect it'll become a borrowed version of Audi's new 90° 3.0 liter.